And then we went to New York.
Oh no!
And I got to be honest. Washington coming to New England a few weeks ago, I was like, New England's New England.
Yeah.
Belichick usually has his way with us. I have no faith in that game, and I know that's in 2 weeks. They look fucking dead, and the only reason they even scored a touchdown was because the Giants muffed a punt, and it was like a 22-yard drive, which last week was. Remember, I said that we had 2 short drives. We had what the hell was it? It was a pick, and then we had Jamison Crowder on the special teams that took it all the way down to like the fucking 10, and then Kendall Fuller got a pick that was on the 30. So he scored 14 points, which is fine. You scored when you should have. But what that tells me is the long drives, they've only scored like 1 touchdown in the last 2 fucking games. The only reason they even put up 7 points. They look fucking dead. The Giants had 5 sacks coming into this week in 6 games. They got 6 yesterday.
Dude, is it more the line, or is it Howell? Is he getting happy feet? Is he not getting rid of it? Is he not throwing it away?
You know what's sick is he's in the shotgun for most of the snaps.
I like the shotgun, but too much shotgun.
But the Giants kept bringing pressure, so they're rushing more than the line.
Yep,
they're getting to him every time. Okay. Our line is fucking terrible.
It's pretty bad.
It's fucking terrible. And Howell's basically a rookie. He sat the bench last year. It's only his 7th start? 8th start, including the Cowboys game.
Yeah.
I would blame him for some of the throws, maybe holding on to the ball, not being aware of the pocket, collapsing. Some of that blame has to go to him. To me, watching all their games, more of the blame is on the O-line. Yeah. They are fucking terrible. And Washington has not invested in their O-line, and it fucking shows. You let guys like Trent Williams walk and Brandon Sheriff walk. It fucking shows. They look terrible.
Have they drafted anyone or signed anyone?
They have invested more in their defense. So like this year was Emmanuel Forbes.
Yep.
So their defense didn't look terrible, but again, you're playing a backup. I know it's Tyrod Taylor. He's a veteran. You're playing a backup.
Yep.
They hadn't scored a... You want to break your fucking streaks, play Washington.
Yeah.
The Giants hadn't scored a first half touchdown all year. Scored 2.
Yeah.
And then it was something like there was another stat about the touchdowns or something with them, and like, but again, you had a team that their defense wasn't that fucking good.
Right.
5 sacks in 6 games, and you had 6 in this one game.
Is he still on pace to break the record?
He's on
brutal.
pace to smash the record, and not even just fuck the extra game, right? Because by week 16, he'll already have it. So the record is 76. He's on pace for 97. He's getting sacked like five times a week. 1 week, I think he got sacked 4 times. Yeah. That was a good week for us.
I mean, you saw the difference in the Patriots game. They stabilized the offensive line, and that's why they won.
But that was their weak point too.
Yeah,
but I think that's where the game has been lost. Chase had a good game. I mean, now they're talking about fucking trading him or Sweat. To me, I don't know if you can keep both of them. I would, I'd keep one of them at least. But yeah, Chase had a good game. The defense didn't play terrible because the Giants aren't that fucking good to me. But again, their defense gives you a shot because they only scored 14 points, and your offense only scored 7 on a muffed punt.
Yep,
they punted in the first half. We had 47 total yards. It was 4 punts and a pick or some fucking bullshit. It was like I think they punted 11 times or something fucking crazy. That was the worst first half the worst half performance I've seen from them in a long fucking time.
Yeah.
And that says a lot because they've sucked my whole life.
And the tough thing is they should have got that at least a first down at the end of the game. The guy dropped it.
I know.
And of course he got rushed.
There's enough to shit on. I'll give him credit. Howell always takes ownership, which you can't say that for a lot of young quarterbacks. He takes ownership. He said, I know a lot of people are going to say Dotson should have had that ball, but I need to put the ball in a better spot. And that's what he should say. Mm-hmm. But most of us looking at it is like, yep, he's right. Mm-hmm. But also you got 2 hands on the ball. You're a fucking first-round draft pick.
Yeah.
that was supposed to be like a stud this year.
Yep.
But it goes beyond like they're constantly playing from behind.
Yeah.
I don't think that they're going to make a move mid-season. It just wouldn't make sense unless they were getting completely fucking demolished. But I think you'll see a complete overhaul of coaching.
Yeah,
Ron's gone.
Yeah, especially with the no ownership. Have you seen any differences with Benemy?
No. They actually, I was watching 106.7. Shout out 106.7. And they said, I think we're through this point this season, we're scoring like one more point a game than we did with Scott Turner's offense.
Yeah.
So watching it, we really haven't done much. And again, we scored a lot of points against Atlanta and won that game, but we were set up. Like, okay, we can finish drives when we start on the fucking on their 30.
Right.
That's what they did this week. They did it twice last week.
Yeah.
You're not always you can't always rely on fantastic fucking field position to score.
Yeah.
To score points.
I'm just looking at the division, the standings. So we got the commies in third place right now at 3-4. But with that extra wild card spot, you might, depending on what the Vikings do, you're still in play for a wild card spot if you know.
Here's the problem.
Oh no.
I predicted 2-2, right? You win the first two, you lose the second two. We had a streak where we should be 5-2 because, not to say how we played, but schedule wise, we played Chicago, we played Atlanta, and we played the fucking Giants. Giants were 1-5.
Yeah.
The Bears hadn't won a game in a fucking year.
Yeah.
So you should have been 5-2 because now they have to play Philly. They have to come to New England.
Yep.
They still have to play. They have to play Dallas twice and on Thanksgiving, one of those games. They have to play the Rams, the Seahawks, the 49ers, and Miami.
Yeah.
What the fuck do you think they're going to... You couldn't beat Chicago or the fucking Giants?
Well, that's what I said with the Patriots. Like, you have to beat the Raiders and Saints because you have Bills and Dolphins. And, of course, what do? They lose the two games. They should have won. Right. They won one game. And who knows with the Dolphins? I mean, they're playing Dolphins in Miami. But, yeah.
It's wild. It sucks because they won last week, but when they lost the Chicago game, they lost all the momentum. It's like they really should have won that game. They're 3-4.
There's a big difference between 4-3 and 3-4.
Oh, big time.
Right now, the 4-3 are the Falcons and the 4 seed, and right now the 3-4 is down. All the way down to 9-10 seed. So yeah.
And again, those other teams that I just mentioned.
Yeah,
I don't have faith in them.
Yeah,
they have talent. Somehow through all these years, different coaches, different players, different GMs, we are the same fucking team every fucking year. But again, I get really mad about it because they have talent and it is annoying as a fan.
Yeah.
But what I will say, if there's any fucking bright light here, the glimmer of hope, is we got a new owner.
Yeah, you got a new owner, and he's got funny money. He's got money to spend.
That was our win for the year. So I have to keep telling myself because I'm getting so fucking angry. Yeah. But we got a new owner. They bought the team in July. They're not going to fucking fire the coaches and shit. Right. Now you got to go through this season. And
I mean, you see it. You saw it with Cranky owning the Rams. He's got tons of money. So there is a cap, but the more money you have, the more more guaranteed in contracts. You can push stuff out, and not to say that because obviously what's his name, the last owner had the money too, but he spent stupidly. As long as you're giving it to actual talented people, not just like looking for the Deion Sanders of the world. Third number 38, or whatever he was. So something can happen, and he seems like he's going to give it over to football minds, and not just like his buddies and stuff. So I think they'll be okay.
I know that's again, Washington fans. That's our win for the year. Yeah. I know it sucks because we have to watch this fucking bullshit again, but at least we have a new owner.